Hello, we're here at Interbike with Chris Everson of NeilPryde Bicycles. Now, Chris, NeilPryde is very well known in the windsurfing industries, but not so much in the cycling yet. So could you give us a little history about NeilPryde?
Absolutely, Ben. NeilPryde started in 1970 manufacturing sails. NeilPryde himself was an Olympic sailor and he wanted to become a faster sailor. So he figured the best way to do that was to manufacture sails, learn about the manufacturing process, make faster sails, which is all about wind management. And he was very successful in doing so.
And so how does that translate to making bicycles? I get the aerodynamic part, but what about the carbon fiber manufacturing process? What translates there?
We also very innovative in carbon fiber manufacturing. In the mid-'80s, NeilPryde was very innovative in developing carbon fiber sail masts, again for the sailing industry. So at a time when bicycles were just getting into aluminum, NeilPryde was actually producing, manufacturing, and engineering with carbon fiber. So a very strong heritage in carbon fiber manufacturing.
Now you've got the Alize aero bike. There's a number of carbon aero bikes out there. What's different about this one?
Well, the one that makes this one so interesting is with all that wind management history with the NeilPryde brand, we've been able to apply that to the Alize bicycle. And we've worked with a number of people to kind of give us a nice design aesthetic. BMW Design Works USA was fantastic in working with us on creating an out-of-the-bike industry aesthetic for the Alize bicycle. And then with the sailing background, we realized that we don't need to over-manage the wind. So one of the things that the Alize bike does very well is not over-manage or try to over-manipulate the wind. There's no reason to manage wind when it doesn't need to be managed. So it's a very slippery bike from, working from sails, working from yaw angles up to 40 degrees, whether it's a head crosswind or tail crosswind, we can manage that wind very well when it needs to be managed and avoid it when we don't need to.
Another relatively new bike is the Bura SL, the Bura Superlight. There's some striking aesthetic features to this with what looks to my eyes like buttressing. Can you tell me about the design philosophy behind that?
The Bura SL was bred from the Diablo bicycle, which we put underneath the United Healthcare Professional Cycling Team, and they beat the tar out of that bike this entire year with some fantastic victories and some big races around the world. And all the feedback that we got from the mechanics and the riders on that team really led us to what we did here with the Bura SL. So we were able to take the Diablo bicycle, which was a fantastic bicycle, and just bring it another notch up on the cycling realm, with those buttresses here that you pointed out, helps create a stiff, strong bike, tapered top tube. It gives it a very stiff front end, but nice, comfortable ride at the back end of the bicycle. One of the things we learned with the Diablo, it's a very rigid bicycle, and then for the longer rides, you want a little more seated rider comfort, so we designed that into the bicycle without losing, as a matter of fact, improving the bottom half of the bike's rigidity for power transfer.
And finally, let's wrap up briefly with the Diablo time trial machine.
Yeah, that's a brand new bike that we've brought out. We've just gotten a few of those to the team. We've got some great results out of that. Again, we've been working with the BMW Design Works behind the aesthetic of the bicycle. Camtail design, but again, not over managing the wind. It's all about power transfer. We put the United Healthcare riders on that bicycle, and they were finding that it was really effective when you have to accelerate out of corners. They weren't losing any of that power. So super aerodynamic, very lightweight, and very good power transfer. So it's a really nice, again, from a wind management history, a great way for NeilPryde to showcase in the bike world.